The United States Justice Department announced criminal charges on Tuesday against Hamas leader Yahya Sinwar and other senior militants. The charges are in connection with the October 7, 2023 rampage in Israel, marking the first effort by American law enforcement to formally implicate the masterminds behind the attack. The 7-count criminal complaint, filed in federal court in New York City, includes charges such as conspiracy to provide material support to a foreign terrorist organization resulting in death, conspiracy to murder United States nationals, and conspiracy to finance terrorism. The complaint also accuses Iran and Lebanon's Hezbollah of providing financial support, weapons, including rockets, and military supplies to Hamas for use in the attacks. While the impact of this case may be largely symbolic, as Sinwar is believed to be hiding in Gaza's tunnels and 3 of the 6 defendants are presumed dead, officials say additional actions are expected as part of a broader effort to target the militant group. Hamas was designated as a foreign terrorist organization by the United States in 1997 and has been linked to numerous deadly attacks on Israel over the decades, including suicide bombings. The complaint was originally filed under seal in February to allow the United States time to attempt to take into custody then-Hamas leader Ismail Haniyeh and other defendants. It was unsealed on Tuesday after Haniyeh's death in July and other regional developments that reduced the need for secrecy, according to the Justice Department. The charges unsealed today are just one part of our effort to target every aspect of Hamas's operations, said Attorney General Merrick Garland in a video statement. These actions will not be our last. The charges come as the White House says it is developing a new ceasefire and hostage deal proposal with Egypt and Qatar in an effort to broker an agreement between Israel and Hamas to end the nearly 11-month war in Gaza, a U.S. official, speaking on condition of anonymity, stated there was no reason to believe the charges would affect the ongoing negotiations. National Security spokesman John Kirby said the recent executions of 6 hostages, including 1 American, Hersh Goldberg, Poland, by Hamas underscore the sense of urgency in the talks. Garland vowed that the U.S. will continue to support efforts to bring the remaining American hostages home. Sinwar, who was appointed the overall head of Hamas after Haniyeh's killing, is believed to have spent most of the past 10 months living in Gaza's tunnels, with limited outside contact. He was a long-serving Palestinian prisoner who was freed in an exchange, the type of which would be part of a potential ceasefire and hostage release deal. Other Hamas leaders facing charges include Marwan Issa, Khaled Mashal, Mohammed Daif, and Ali Baraka, all of whom played key roles in planning and executing the October 7th attack. Marissa Kerma, a Middle East expert at the Wilson Center, said the charges are yet another tool for the U.S. to respond to the threat posed by Hamas, though she noted that the charges alone are unlikely to significantly pressure the group or change its behavior in the ceasefire negotiations. The October 7th attacks resulted in the deaths of around 1,200 people, mostly civilians, and the taking of approximately 250 hostages, with roughly 100 still being held, a third of whom are believed to be dead. The criminal complaint describes the incident as the most violent, large-scale terrorist attack in Hamas's history, detailing the brutal methods used by the militants. Israel's retaliatory offensive has killed more than 40,000 Palestinians, according to Gaza's health ministry, though Israel has maintained that most of the dead were combatants. The war has caused widespread destruction and a humanitarian crisis in Gaza. Hamas has accused Israel of delaying negotiations by issuing new demands, such as lasting Israeli control over the Philadelphia corridor along the Egypt border and a second corridor across Gaza. Hamas has offered to release all hostages in return for an end to the war, the withdrawal of Israeli forces, and the release of Palestinian prisoners, including high-profile militants. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has pledged total victory over Hamas and blamed the group for the failure of the negotiations.